tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and thank you for clicking on this video today. My name is Chanel. I am the Ascending Infinite Goddess, and this message that I'm bringing to you today is from Goddess Kali Ma. This message is something that she's been wanting me to share for quite some time. All right, it's been at least a month that I've been hearing, get ready, I have something to share, Scorpio seasons, new moon, this is me, my time is coming, come on, right, since that cycle. And when I started feeling a more heavy energy, she started popping up everywhere. I was seeing people with the Kale University, Kale University, but that's always in my mind is Kali. Hearing her in readings, people just mentioning her name in passing. Someone was doing a podcast and they had someone with the Kali Ma name, and I was like, okay, I got you. I hear you, goddess. I'm gonna get on it because I do not want to be on Kali Ma's side. I first came into her awareness about 3.5 years ago. It was a time when I was going through deep transformation, deep transition. I was looking for answers in certain things. I was looking for protection as I moved away from certain things and people, as I wished to relinquish certain feelings and habits. I was looking for a goddess to help guide me in that. Okay, so I do not worship Kali Ma. I do not have any servitude to her, but we do have a relationship. Okay, that's me with any spirits. I don't worship any spirits. Okay, we're all on the same level. Okay, and although we may not have the same experiences and the same power, we are all divine. All right, so when I speak of Kali Ma, it is from a place of deep respect and reverence, as she deserves. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you definitely, there's a message in here for you on some level. It may not be all for you, but once you hear, if it's just for 2 minutes and you click off, that's fine too. Okay, so I just want to read briefly from the book, which I hardly ever do, but this is the Kali Ma guidebook for the Oracle cards. I just want to read a couple different excerpts, and then I'll go into the pick a card selection. There'll be 3 decks for you to choose from. One of the teachings of the Wild Divine Mother is not to fear pain, but to find the courage to move through it. This does not mean enduring until we collapse in an exhausted, defeated heap. Sometimes we put ourselves through that unconsciously and even attribute our persistent suffering to the workings of Kali. However, I have found her divine handiwork to be rather more abrupt. It is the aftermath of processing that can take a while. So I chose that excerpt because after I worked with Kali Ma, I asked for certain things to be removed, and they removed very abruptly. They the next day. All right, someone blew up out of nowhere. We were having a conversation. Something was said that was always said, and then they blew up, and we haven't really spoken on the same level since. And I was like, what is this? That was kind of hurtful. Like, how could this person? But then I had to realize, oh, I asked for things that are not a vibrational match for the place where I want to be removed, and this is just how it was removed. So yes, some people may say, don't work with Kali because her energy is XYZ, but I like that. I like that. She exerts the energy that is needed to get things done. She is a take no shit or prisoners type energetic feminine being, and feminine goddess, and I love that. I absolutely love that because I am the same way. I've had people say, oh, you sure you want to work with that, or you want to do that, or I know how this spirit stuff work, or you talk to the ancestors and the angels, and they may think that I'm ferocious or malevolent or harmful. And I'm like, I know I'm not, okay? But I can be if I need to be. That's the energy of Kali Ma. I absolutely love it. Awakening requires clearing the attachment to suffering. It may seem strange to think that we could be attached to our suffering, but we can have a lot unconsciously invested in seeing the world, seeing others, and ourselves in a particular way. It is a defense against deeper unresolved pain that we are not yet able to articulate, confront, and release. Kali provides the experiences through which we can grow the courage, confidence, and skillfulness we need to acknowledge the underlying pain and heal. In clearing that pain, our hearts become freer and our minds more open. Access to divine wisdom can become more effortless as a result. So Kali makes the path to awakening more direct. And that was so absolutely true in my case. After I worked with Kali Mom, it took a while, like I said, to get over the hurt of some of the things that were gone, because I was like, man, I'm so used to it. But after a while, after a couple of days, weeks, months, I was like, okay, the things and people that are gone has made no significant difference in my life to where it's, causing harm or detriment. Like, to be honest, I was happy that these things had been removed, because now I had more time to do XYZ, or more freedom to do XYZ. I felt more freer to be who I am naturally, without having to think, how would I make this person mad, or who will I piss off if I do this, or I'm going around this group of people, so I have to kind of change this up, or man, I used to think this way, but now I feel so much better to think in a different way. It felt so good to think of myself as an abundant being instead of a being that's in lack and dependent on other people for things. And sometimes society can make you feel like that's a wrong way to think, but it's okay to be a little selfish sometimes. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you all to it. Thank you so much for sharing some time with me. Stick around for the next 30 to 60 seconds. You will have the cards. There will be stones placed as well, so you can choose the pile and then the reading to follow. Thank you, and until we connect again, wealthy family, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
To the select a card, I'm going to shuffle on camera and then choose the deck, place stones, so that you can select which card or which deck works for you. So first, I'm going to light my incense. The incense that we are burning today, should have had that going. The incense we're burning today is Goddess, right? We want to invoke that Goddess energy, that wisdom, that nurturing, that fierce energy. This candle I'm burning is a candle that my daughter made. It's a soy blend with different essential oils, but I felt the tone would be good with this Kali reading. So I'm going to go ahead and play my singing bowl and invite the collective spirit energy to connect with us. I've already grounded myself and connected with my spirit team personally, opening up those channels and vessels. I call here and now to the sacred space, the benevolent, energetic, spiritual beings that can help facilitate this message the most, along with Goddess Kali energy. Goddess Kali, I ask that you allow your presence to be felt, allow your words to come through with clarity, allow your wisdom to take seed in everyone's heart as they go through this collective message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, and so it shall be. This portal is now open. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna move my singing bowl out of frame. I'm gonna readjust my candle here and my pumpkins, because I love skeleton pumpkins. Like, this is so cute. And I'm gonna move my incense here as well. All right, just gonna create a little grid for the piles as I lay them out. And what I'm gonna do is pull 6 cards right now, 2 per pile, and those 2 cards are going to be the messages from Kali, like what she wants to talk about. So the first pile will have 2 cards, the second pile will have 2 cards, the third pile will have 3 cards. 2 cards, I'm sorry. All right, for a total of 6. So when I do the reading, I will be using those cards to just give the overall message, but I will be using other decks as well to help expand. I'll show that. I'll show those once we're done. Just shuffling now. See, what is it? One more gets on. Actually, I feel like I want to do one more. So, first card for the first deck. Second card, second deck. Third deck. First deck. Second deck. Cards so beautiful. I love these cards. So this is deck 1, this is deck 2, this is deck 3. I'm gonna go ahead and place the stones. So they can be chosen. First deck, we'll have this amethyst field. Beautiful amethyst field. Second deck, Angelite. Third deck, Moon Rock. Okay. Give you a minute. First deck, second deck, third deck. All right, all decks will be timestamped below. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome deck 1 or pile 1, however you want to call it. Thank you so much again for allowing me to connect with you and deliver these messages from Kali Ma. As I stated before, I'm going to be giving the messages from Kali Ma, but I will also be adding other cards to help expand. And the first card that's on top is your present energy, what the outcome or what the message is that she wants you to know right now. And the second card that I'll turn over later is going to be the outcome based off the energy of right now. Okay, so I just want you all to understand how I'm going to read this. So the first card is Baharavi Yogini. Yes, they're all very difficult, all very difficult to pronounce. So what this card is giving me, Baharavi Yogini, and I'm also going to read from the book just so you all can get her direct message. But the first interpretation is that there's going to be something really heavy coming in spiritually. Okay, there'll be a spiritual energy that's coming in, and it's going to be really heavy. It's going to cause you to move in your enlightened energy, okay, from your intuition, from your higher self, not allowing other people's feelings or nuances get in your way, and not allow your human emotions to get in the way as well. Okay, this is all about your spiritual energy. That is what's important during this. So there's a spiritual attack, but you can flourish. You may feel threatened with your safety or security, not sure if what it is that you're going through will be okay, if it's going to cause you harm in the long run. All those feelings are going to come up. Okay, now when you move in your spiritual nature, you will not be able to be deterred or defeated or anything. So those feelings of can I, will I, won't I, those feelings of security and safety, it won't matter as long as you move in your higher nature. Okay, so I'm going to go to the book to see exactly what the message is that she wants to share. And this, by the way, is card 21. So if that matters to anybody or if that's significant, okay, if you want to break it down, then that's a 3. Sublime Bahari Ravi, fierce with sacred rage, cannot be deceived nor deterred. She is unflinching, fearless, and determined. She causes that which is unworthy of the soul to flee and secures divine protection for the authentic soul path. Her presence empowers our hearts to face our fears and signifies that we are ready to overcome anything that has held us back. She gives us the power She gives us the power to fulfill our heart's desires and reminds us to embrace our unique path with confidence. So exactly, perfect. That's exactly what I was stating, right? Moving in sacred rage, right? Sacred power. Something is going to get you upset. Okay, something is going to attack you or make you feel attacked, make you feel like something's coming against you. But Kali Ma is telling you, one, you can invoke her energy and she got you. All right. But secondly, just helping ensure that if you move in sacred energy, in sacred divinity, okay, this is what this lotus is giving me, sacred divinity. And the reason why I'm saying your safety or security is because this red is giving me root chakra. Okay, but again, your root chakra, is one of your lower chakras, which deals more in the physical and not in the spiritual. And the fact that the symbol is here on your third eye, it means you'll have to move in divine unison. Get out your human emotions and move in divine unison, where you use the rage. You use the rage to fuel you, not hold you back. Okay, to help stand in your safety and security. Okay, remind yourself that you are always protected. Okay, so that's what this is giving me. That's what this is giving me. And Kali Ma is coming up and saying she's unflinching, she's fearless, she's determined. Okay, that what you feel is unworthy of the soul, it will go. Okay, it will flee. All right, this is also giving me ancestor energy, helping to secure that. So that's also another beautiful healing process that's coming through. Okay, releasing that. So to go back to the book, Bahari Ravi is divine wrath. She demands that we meet our potential. There is no playing small when she arises in a reading. Her appearance manifests to give us a necessary reminder to step up our spiritual game. Your commitment to the spiritual practices that suit you at this time is strongly encouraged. There are divine forces that will more than match your efforts, and a great deal of progress can be made in a relatively short time frame. If you apply yourself to a task, your progress will unfold more rapidly than you expect. You can accomplish even intimidating prospects if you harness your courage and commit to the process. So exactly what it is that I said. Okay, so let's see exactly what this attack is going to be. I'm going to pull from the Halloween Tarot. From the Halloween Tarot. I've had this deck for a while. I just pulled it out. I've had it for over a year. I just never used it because tarot's not my thing, but the season, the messages that it holds is amazing. So I'm just going to pull 2 cards just to see what the Halloween Tarot wants to say, to expand, give you a little bit more clarification of what this is that you need to get on. Is this 2? If it's 2, I'm gonna keep it. Yep, because they flew out. So reminder, this is something that's coming for your spiritual energy. This is something that is making you feel unworthy or uncertain. Okay, so these cards are going to give you exactly what that is, right? That way you're not having to guess or look around or give you some type of imagery. So the first card from the bottom, Two of Ghosts. And just for reference, this is based off the original Raider White, but it's like Halloween themed. So the Suit of Ghosts is actually cups. But every single time I see it, I think of ghost, I think of spirit. Okay, so cups is water energy, emotional energy, okay? And Nine of Ghosts, okay. Excuse me. Okay, so one, this is giving me a relationship, okay? It could be romantic. This could be romantic relationship, friendship, someone coming back from your past, perhaps, okay, with the Two of Ghosts. But definitely someone that can touch you emotionally, all right? And then with this Nine of Ghosts, I'm getting family, okay? So if you look, this is the imagery it's giving me. You see, this is you. You're sitting, you're happy, you're smiling, you're good. And then people are looking around in happiness and adornment, right? But the moon got like that trickster face. I don't know but the moon has like a trickster face, right? Like, ha ha ha, y'all think everything's gonna be all good, but I got something for you. That's how this feels. So this could be your job, okay? Because this card traditionally means, prosperity, riches, right? That's why he's sitting on like this golden chest, abundance. So this could be a job, or it also is giving me family vibes, okay? So the thing that's going to attack you, that's going to make you, it's a deep relationship, either romantic, or a new friendship, or someone coming back from the past, or your business, your family coming in, attacking you, okay, or giving you something that's making you doubt. If you stay focused, if you stay the course, if you get out your human emotions and don't let it hold you back, but let it propel you, let it fuel your flame, if you use that sacred rage, you will come out victorious, especially with this Nine of Ghosts coming through, okay? So allow yourself, please, allow yourself to stand strong. Stay in your square. And I'm just going to pull one card from the Black Moon astrology. I'm going to shuffle it first, but I'm going to pull it to go underneath the outcome. Like I said, this is the present energy, or what you're coming into soon, regardless of when you're watching this reading, because this is timeless, but I am recording it in the beginning of Scorpio season. Scorpio season just started. Today we're in the energy of the new moon, of a solar eclipse. Those are the two major astrological events, but all the planets are doing something. We have planets in retrograde and going direct and everything. So I don't want to get too far deep into an astrology lesson, but that's the energy in which I'm recording it. So sometimes with eclipse energy, things that are hidden, shadows, things that you're unaware of are coming into the light, okay? So the second card with the future, with the outcome will be, Kundalini Shakti. This is perfect, okay? So with Kundalini Shakti, this is you stating what it is that you deserve or that you desire. Your throat chakra will be very beneficial. And this is card number 10, okay? If this is a romantic relationship that's having the issue or that's coming back, it will be good, okay? Either it'll be a reconciliation, or it will be a let's come to terms, or let's lay things out, right? You may not get back together per se, but you'll be cordial, you'll be good, and there will be respect between you two, okay? Kali Ma is saying that you will get your respect regardless, even if it's not a romantic relationship. But I just wanted to point that out because this is a general reading, okay? So I have to touch everybody's points, but you will be victorious, you will be okay. And with this Kundalini rising, this is again feeding your spiritual energy, giving you that serpent energy, right? That masculine energy, the confidence, the safety and security, okay? All that energy flowing through. So going to the book to get her direct message. Hers is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for a higher consciousness to manifest. Exactly. I told you have to move in your higher consciousness. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be, at a spiritual level, all is well. Outward energy is being processed and broken apart. From the ashes of your inner fire, you will emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. Exactly. So stay in your square. It doesn't matter whose feelings you're afraid to hurt or who you feel is going to react or respond a certain way. It doesn't matter. Kali got you. Once Kali has you, you're good to go. Okay? It's a done deal. She's not going to let anything pull you back down. Okay? So naturally, when you're going through a trial and tribulation, it seems hard at first. You may seem weak, you may seem unsure, but the more you build on that foundation and the more you allow yourself to rely on your inner strength, breaking away the weakness, okay? Because remember, how is a diamond formed? By pressure. Coal, you got to put pressure on the coal to reveal this instrument that was always inside of this coal, but it just needed to have enough pressure applied. It needed enough heat, right? It needed enough flame to that fire. Okay, so once it's done, once all that is enacted and you chip away the old, right? Get rid of these old people who are fooling you. Okay, you will come out stronger and victorious. It's not a small accomplishment. Do not diminish it. Okay, so I'm going to read the invocation ritual that you can use to help bring in creativity and healing on every level, because that's what this card also gives you. It gives you healing and it gives you creativity. It gives you the ability to have the strength, right? Where you can now be arms and arms matched up with anyone on any level, right? He looks royal and regal and she's like, here I am in my natural, authentic form, 4 arms and everything. I am a goddess as well. Okay. And this is not just for women. Okay. We all have God and goddess energy inside of us because spirit is non-gender. Okay. All right. So let me read the invocation, which you can say when you feel ready. Okay. Whether you're going through the trial and tribulation or after you go through it and you're like, I just need one last purge, one last woosah sigh of release. I'm going to say this invocation ritual. I really hope that it is going in focus. On my screen, it looks blurry as heck, but it's this right here, and I'm holding it so that you all can pause it, take a screenshot or whatever, in case you don't want to hear me reading. Invocation ritual. Say this prayer. Beloved Kali Ma, cosmic priestess of the divine feminine, I honor you, Mata Jai. Beloved Shiva Mahadi, fierce guardian of the divine masculine, I honor you, Bahaji. Together, you are loving divine wisdom, passionate healing fire, and uplifting transcendent grace. Your tantric embrace ignites my heart with confidence to create and to be joyful and rapturous in claiming my life path for all it can be. My soul is your divine bedchamber, infused with the bliss of your sumptuous sacred union. I become able to recognize my truth nature and path. Adi Shakti Kundalini, Mata Shakti, you ensure divine fulfillment shall be attained for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Jama Kali. Place your hands in a prayer over your heart. Allow the left hand to be covered by the right. See, sense, feel, or intend that the love of the feminine is being protected and guarded carefully by the light of the masculine. Feel these energies intermingling in your heart, where love, courage, and feeling of innate spiritual protection grow strong and powerful. Let this bring you peace. Finish by placing your hands in prayer and bowing your head to the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within. Allow them to shine in all directions and through all dimensions for the spiritual benefit of all beings. You have completed your sacred ritual of invocation. Awesome. And then, perfect. Card number 48, Yod, destiny. It's your destiny. You have to go through this. You have to go through the issues that you're going through right now because it's helping shape you. It's helping mold you. And we all need molding because we're all malleable. Okay, you're not a fixed organism. And in order for you to change and grow, I told you, you have to have certain pressures. And there's certain people that are here in your life that have signed a contract with you to come bring this pressure to you at this point in time in your life. Whether you like to hear that or not, it's actual factual. Okay, so this card is from the Black Moon Astrology deck, and I'm just going to read the corresponding tarot card, and then that will be that for the reading. This is such a beautiful reading, and I really hope that you all take solace in knowing that Kali Ma, although she is fierce and loving and divine, she shows up when you need extra strength. She's the big dog, okay? So the fact that she's coming here to talk to you, to deliver this message, I do not want you to be afraid when you're going through this issue, okay? Whether you're in it now or it's coming, okay? Do not be afraid. It's your destiny to go through this. And the corresponding tarot card is Ace of Swords in reverse. So Ace of Swords, sword energy, always about cutting away, clearing, revamping, renewing, and knowing that you can do it on your own terms because you're told to stay on your square here. By you doing that, you are fulfilling your destiny. It is your destiny to leave people where they are, because sometimes that has to be done. It is your destiny to rise above and to activate your divine God and Goddess energy within. So that is all that I'm seeing for you, pile one. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace. Hello, pile two. Thank you so much for connecting with me, allowing me to provide these messages for you. Just going to move this angel light, off to the side. And, looks like I have to relight my incense. Seems to have gone out. I'm sure that's going. 1 second. Okay, so remember we pulled 2 cards per pile. So the first card is the energy that's right now, okay? The energy that's happening currently. And then the second card is, the future, all right? Based off of the energy currently, how it will flow. So the first card, this is the second card. I'm not going to pull that card just yet. And I am going to pull 2 from 2 other decks. The first deck that we're also going to pull from is the Halloween Tarot, just to get some expansion on the current energy, okay? And it is based off the Raiderite Tarot, but it just has like Halloween imagery. I love it. I've had the deck for a year now and never really used it. I haven't used it at all, not really, but I haven't used it. So I decided to bring it out with this Halloween season and incorporate it in some of my readings, and I like it. I like the energy. So we will be using that as well. And the second deck we'll be using to expand on is the Black Moon Astrology. And we're going to use that just to help expand on the astrological energy in the future. Okay, so a little bit. So the first card that Kali Ma wants to share with you, okay, and it's coming in reverse. So whenever a card comes upside down or in reverse, for me, in Oracle, the message is just heightened. It's really, 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 you got to pay attention to what it is that's being said, okay? And this is Vishvamata. So you all are going through a really strong awakening right now, okay? Extremely strong awakening, extremely strong spiritual reuniting, okay? You all are being reunited with your spirit in such a large way. Things are being broken. The veil is being ripped off in a very aggressive manner, okay? And you're coming into a space where you may even be seeing spirits, you may be seeing different energy patterns, you may be seeing shadows. If not, your spiritual gifts are awakening, okay? And it's going to be a good thing. You may be talking about it, okay? You may not. You may just be holding it in and dealing with your emotions, or you may be being vocal about it. But if you're being vocal about it, you may not have a lot of support right now, okay? Do not allow that to stop you, because it will be very, it will always work out for you, okay? You're not going crazy, all right? And it's funny that this card is number 2, because that is giving me reuniting, right? You know, with the 2, that's always giving me divine, okay? The reuniting of body and spirit, or masculine and feminine. But it's a real enlightening phase for you right now, and you're not to be afraid. Do not be afraid if you're seeing, like I said, spirits or ghosts, or you're coming into your spiritual senses. You know, you may hear things and nothing is there, right? You may see things, or I keep feeling seeing, but even if it's you're hearing things, you're smelling things, like let's say you smell cologne, but there's no one there. No one is spraying cologne, right? That's the scent of your ancestors, right? That's the scent of friendly spirits that are around you. You may be hearing things. That's your spirit team talking to you. That's your higher self talking to you, working with you, okay? Do not be afraid. You are protected. Kali Ma is coming in and letting you know that everything is all good. And the difficulty that you'll be experiencing with your emotions and through this spiritual heightening phase, right? The spiritual remembering phase, what it is that you'll be feeling, it's okay to feel it all. It's okay to feel all of it. Feel the anger, feel the confusion, feel the rage, feel the despair. Feel it, exercise it, and release it. Do not hold it in. It's not good for you to hold in your emotions at this time, especially when it comes to your spiritual nature, okay? Make sure that you talk to someone. Make sure you have some support, whether it's through social media or with other friends that you have that are, you know, on the same wave, even if it's with me, whatever the case may be, okay? Allow yourself to speak what it is that you're feeling. Do not hold it pent up. It will not be good for you, okay? So I'm going to go to the book just so I can get the exact message from her, but this is what this card is giving me, like 100,000%. And I'm looking at her eyes. You see, like, even her eyes are transforming. Like, you all may even start to look different as well. You all might really start to look different. If you're starting to get headaches, a lot of headaches, if you're if you like get your hair done and it's too tight and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to let this go, it's because your energy is being constricted. You don't want that. You know, it's time to be free. If you get a lot of tingling sensation on the top of your head as well, that's also a sign of what it is that you're going through. And Kali Ma is letting you know that she's here to help you, protect you, and guide you. You are not crazy. You are going through this very, I want to say ferocious, but this very exuberant, it's like a rude awakening. It's like a rude awakening, because you thought, you know, I'm on a good path, I'm doing well, but now here it is. Surprise, you have another layer happening. Okay, that's what this feels like. So I'm going to go to the book and read this message. Okay. And keep in mind as well, this energy, this card is right now or very near future from the time when you're watching this message. It's timeless. This message is timeless whenever it is you come upon it. However, I'm recording it at the beginning of Scorpio season in the new moon energy and solar eclipse energy. Okay, a lot of astrological changes happening right now. It says, Vishvamata. With her protection, even significant uncertainty does not need to be brought with despair. There is a pathway that can shift your devastation into a palpable experience of being protected and guided through a difficulty. Trust where you're being led. Grace shall come from this. The Divine Mother sees our capacity for breathtaking transformation and spiritual awakening. Yeah, exactly what I said. Often far more than we recognize in ourselves. To fulfill our inner purpose and move beyond unnecessarily restrictive self-imposed limitations, we need her. When we hold back, gripping onto what is familiar, she lovingly forces our hand. Under her influence, we do not evade what is required of us. We find the inner strength to move directly through what we once denied ourselves the right and opportunity to overcome. Perfect. So I was only reading the invocation ritual for the future card, but I feel like you all are going to need her energy right now, okay? Not when everything is done. So I'm going to read the invocation ritual. I'm not reading all of this, but this is the invocation ritual right here. Hopefully it's in focus and you can pause it and take a screenshot. Okay, I'm also going to read it. That way you can use it at this point in time. From when you're watching this reading, I recommend you do this ritual within 3 days. Make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the floor. You don't have to be outside, you can be in your house, but make sure your feet are firmly planted on the floor because Kali's energy can be very swift, like it can knock you off your feet. Okay, so you want to be grounded. All right, so invocation ritual. Connect to your heart in whatever way works best for you. Say the following invocational prayer. I bow to thee, Kali Ma, cosmic queen and supreme yogini of all hearts. You know how to overcome the ways in which I delude, deny, and diminish myself, where I am complicit in deceptions that can only birth sorrow. You are gentle and sweet, even as you lead me into direct confrontation with that which I have tried to avoid. Your compassionate wisdom is unwavering. Through your fierce devotion to my heart's liberation, I shall overcome even the deepest wounds within myself. Vishvamata, Kripanara, in your kindness, you require me to cross the threshold from fear to trust and blissful peace in the sanctuary of you. You know my capacity and how to evoke my potential into expression even more than I do. With perfect trust in your wisdom, I shall not turn away from what is before me. I shall successfully navigate and triumph over all soul challenges through your grace for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Place your left hand over your heart. Raise your right hand high to the heavens above, reaching for her. Feel that she grabs hold of your right hand. Slowly guide your right hand with her hand resting atop of it until it covers your left hand at your heart. Feel, sense, and receive her spiritual protection of your heart. She is with you. You have completed your sacred ritual. Okay, perfect. So that is a good way on how to invoke Kali Ma's energy to help you during this time. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. Sorry, okay, cards went flying everywhere, but that's too many cards. Too many cards. I just want to see. This one flew upside, so I'll keep it. I'm going to keep shuffling though. I just want 2 cards just to see this future energy. I just want to see what part of your life is going to affect the most. Okay. So 2 cards flew. I'll go ahead and keep that. That's a second. So this first card that flew out, and it flew out kind of sideways, so I'm going to keep it right side up, is the Page of Pumpkins. And in this Halloween deck, pumpkins is actually pentacles. Okay, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. Then the next card, and it fell upside down in reverse, is the Knight of Ghosts. And Ghost is about cup energy, okay, water energy, emotions. So the part of your life that may be affected the most in this spiritual awakening or standing the ground is however you generate your income. Okay. I'm going to put this back upside down. However you generate your income. So maybe your job. So you may come to an epiphany, you know what? This job is not for me. And you may want to quit your job immediately. You may decide to demote yourself. You may start to feel really trapped. People in your job or your business, right? Even if you own your own business, entrepreneurship, you may feel like it's time to revamp what you have going on. You may feel like you're kind of stuck in a dead end position, things of that nature. Okay. But with this page of pumpkins coming first and then the Knight of Ghosts, that's giving me like emotional energy. You're like, okay, something's got to go. All right. And Pentacles is always about money, always as well about how can I say, kind of like nomad energy, right? So like when I think of the page card in the Page of Pentacles in the tarot, I feel like kind of like nomads, right? You're always turning the page. You can always move. It's like, whatever, who cares about this job? Who cares about this house, right? If it's not about job or entrepreneurship, it could also be about your worldly possessions. Mind you, this is a general reading, so every message is going to be different for everyone, but it could also be about you wanting to revamp. You go through a spiritual awakening and you're like, okay, you know what? I've accumulated a lot of stuff. I just need to let go of it. This Knight of Ghosts is telling you, do not be too drastic. Yes, be fearless and move about and do what it is that you want to do without any qualms or fear, but you don't want to be too drastic. Okay. You don't want to be in your feelings and like kind of go off the Richter scale. Okay. You want to make sure that you are, you know, that you're like, that you're, you know, focused, that you're thinking, that you're strategical. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Because with this card being in reverse, it means like you're unthinking, you're being dishonest, you're hesitant on certain messages or invitations. You could be aggressive, stuff like that. So just keep your emotions intact, right? Don't pull off and be like, you know what? I just realized, you know, let's say, for example, this is what they're giving me, that you work at the CDC and you have been so adamant about vaccinations and everyone being on top of this, right? Being health conscious. And then you got an internal memo and the CDC is saying, you know, this is the ingredients in our vaccines. And you always thought that it was a big conspiracy, but now you're seeing from the job and that the list of ingredients, you actually happen to read through it because now you're moving with your first eye and you happen to see things and you're like, wait a minute, there's a bunch of BS. And then you get upset and you take your computer and you fling it across the whole cubicle. And then you tell your bosses that they can take this job and shove it. And then you get on social media and you become a whistleblower and then the government comes down on you. Okay. Like that's so drastic. I know, but that's the example they're giving me. Right. So just be careful, be mindful is what they're saying. Keep your emotions in check. Do not become aggressive. Do not go like off the Richter, okay, for whatever way this may be. Or even it has to do with your worldly possessions. If you just get up and you're like, you know what, I have this big old 6-bedroom house. I don't even need it. I have a Lamborghini. I don't need it. I'm going to sell everything and I'm just going to become a nomad, right? Or I'm going to go live in a cabin in the woods. That's really drastic. You're going too far off, okay? So don't get too heady in this emotion, in this spiritual awakening, okay? Don't get too heady in the spiritual awakening because you can be overwoke. It can happen. All right. It is possible to be overwoke. Okay. So just be careful of that. Keep that in check. Now the future energy that we're pulling is Kali Kalmasa Nasini. Okay. So this energy, and this is card number 42 in case it's significant for anybody. But this card is giving me that you are moving forward, okay? Again, with this purple, with this intuition energy, with this thought process, you are moving forward. You are, you know, taking some names right? And you are leaving some people behind in the lurch, or you're leaving some possessions behind in the lurch. It's, it's not something that's really like important to you to have. There's things that you're just like, okay, whatever, no big deal, and you're okay with that. But you are still moving forward. You will have lost some people, but you do have your arms up, right? You have your weaponry ready to go. And the reason why I said like you're leaving some people behind, you're leaving some things, not just with the skulls, but there's a lot of blood here, right? A lot of sacrifice as well. So not saying it's a blood sacrifice, right? I'm just saying that you have sacrificed a lot of yourself, okay? You've sacrificed a lot of your emotional self. And there's a lot of dark energy that you have been able to release, right? Because the shadows are here down below, but here is a bright horizon, okay? So you are going to be okay. You will be able to move forward. You will be victorious. But if you kind of backslide, like you believe that you're a sinner, or you're guilty or something, or you're not worthy for whatever reason, right? And you kind of stay in that energy, that's going to cause you to have more sacrifice than what is necessary. Okay, you don't have to be a pauper, and you don't need to be all consumed again in your physical nature. This is really a battle between yourself. The energy that you're coming into is a battle between your human self and your spiritual self. Okay, your human body and your spiritual nature, and you're trying to like really find that balance. And if you get too heady or in with yourself, or too emotional, you can really kind of backtrack. So you know how what is her name? Doreen Virtue. Now I don't know her story, but I know somewhat of what happened. I know that she did a lot of tarot, and she made a lot of angel cards, or oracle cards, I'm sorry, angel oracle, and then she kind of turned around and was like, these cards are demonic, it's horrible, go back to Jesus. Okay, I'm feeling that could happen to you. You can go through the spiritual awakening, and because it's so scary, you can revert back into the I'm a sinner, Jesus come save me. All right, that's only if you don't keep these emotions in check. Remember, this came out in reverse. That can only happen if you don't keep it in check. So just make sure that you allow yourself grace when you're going through the spiritual awakening. And like I said, talk to somebody. Talk to someone that can help you, okay? I'm going to read a little bit from the book. It says, the name Kali Kalmausa Nasini, translate as she who consumes sin. She destroys ill intent. She eradicates mistakes. Here is Kali as the supreme divine weapon. Yeah, see, your weaponry is forged. She is the archer and the arrow. She is the divine mind elite, so it shall raise anything built on negative foundation, and who vanquishes all evil. Hers is the power of Pashupashtra. This is a Sanskrit word which refers to the ultimate spiritual weapon. It has the capacity to neutralize every other weapon in the universe. This divine weapon can be unleashed in numerous ways, whether its power is delivered by arrow or sword, or a release of a thought, glance, or sound from the divine mind. Its action is unequivocal and swift. In the blink of an eye, something once considered as solid as a rock is reduced to nothing. So, if you feel yourself kind of backsliding and, woe is me, or I can't take it, it's too much, please call on her again. Do this invocation ritual that I gave you, okay? And she has your back. She's coming in with her spiritual weapon. Nothing can conquer her. And when you have her on your side, which you do, because if you were led to this reading, she is definitely here on your side, okay? So once you have Kali Ma, Goddess Kali, on your side, she's going to vanquish anything. She has the spiritual weapon to help you, even your own preconceived, self-inflicted sin, okay? Because sin resides in the body, in the human mind. Your spirit is perfect. That's why you can be perfect and imperfect at the same time. And that's why, just like Kali, you can be the archer and the arrow, okay? Remember, here on this planet, we are the students and the teachers. That's what we're intended to be. But the way how the individuals and the energies that have taken control over our system, the way how they portray it is that we are the prisoners and the prison guards. Remember, like I said with that example with the CDC, right? You have people that are like, oh, this is good, you need to do this, what's wrong with you? Oh, you're not getting vaccinated, you're not doing this, I'm gonna call and report you because you're endangering the lives of everyone, right? I said in 2020 that this pandemic was being likened to Nazis, to concentration camps. They're taking people out for mandatory quarantine away from their family. That sounds like this step-up. But I was told that I was being too harsh. And it was at that moment that I deleted the Facebook app from my phone and realized it's not for me. Okay? So it's that same type of familiar energy right now. You once were taken because you were too far in your human body and your spiritual nature was off. You're now going through this awakening. Now you're like, holy crap, it's affecting your money or your material possessions, okay? And it can cause you to go off the deep end, but you got to keep it in track. But Kali Ma is here saying, nope, I got your back. I'm here to protect you. And astrologically, Black Moon Lilith mystery, perfect. Black Moon Lilith, this is the Lilith that's referred to in the Bible, Adam's first wife. This energy of Black Moon Lilith, and it's 12 on the card. This energy of Black Moon Lilith is, the future is a mystery. The future can be molded because you're in moldable, when you have black, it's like a blank canvas. You can put whatever there in whatever aspect, okay? So Black Moon Lilith is letting you know that at this point in time, nothing is set in stone. You have the opportunity to change things the way you want to be, just dependent on how you respond and invoke Kali's energy and have yourself in check as well. So please, by all means, do not put yourself in a box. Allow yourself grace as you move forward. Good luck to you in this spiritual path that you're on. I feel it is really heavy, and you may be seeing a lot of things that you were told growing up means that you're crazy, but that's not it. Okay, so I love you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you once again. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you for connecting with me. So I was debating whether or not to share this with you, but I will. I recorded everybody's session, everyone's readings, including yours, went through the edit. The next night, I went through the edit, and then I saw that there was no audio. There's no audio for your whole entire reading. That's insane. So, I am back, right? It's the next day. I'm back recording your session, and I already have the cards because I already shuffled them and chose them. But you won't hear me shuffling, and you may hear me kind of reference, oh, this is what this meant, and da-da-da, because I already did your reading. But the reason why I'm mentioning is it might be significant, right? Sometimes if you all have to do things twice, right? If you find that things don't always go your way, or sometimes there's just unexplainable glitches, I mean, that's okay. It's just part of your nature. It's part of your energy. All right. So let's see the messages that Kali Ma has to share with you. Remember, we picked 2 cards. So the first card is your present energy right now. The second card is your future energy, or what the outcome will be based off of the energy right now. The incense that we're burning today with my ganache holder is Goddess. And this candle that's burning is a candle that my daughter made. I'm just going to move your stone here to the side, which is the moon rock. And the first card that we have is Mantra Shakti. Mantra Shakti. And that's card number 40. So when I see this card, instantly what I think is destruction, removal, okay? Things falling away, the old breaking away. This looks like concrete, right? This looks like blocks, but I feel like this is an outer shell that you have, that you've created, but the shell that you've created has been from past experiences. So the shell that you have that's like protecting you, that's caused you to be kind of like recluse and mundane, kind of robotic. You see the face is very expressionless. There's the mouth is closed. And when you think of mantra, you think of words, right? Sayings. One of my husband's mantras is business before pleasure. He says that all the time, right? Certain things that you just say over and over and over, it becomes like a mantra in your life, right? Or a theme to your life. I have many theme songs. I've said it before. Sometimes my thoughts need a theme song, right? Like little mantras, things that I say over and over to myself. But because of this shell that you created and put over yourself, you can't even say anything, all right? So it's time for that to break away. It's time for it to crumble. It's time for the old ways that you feel and the old things that you've been doing to fall off to the wayside, and not to hold you down, not to weigh you down anymore. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna go to the book, because normally I was reading the ritual for the second card, but for you all, I feel like this is going to be a very tough time. So I want to read the ritual that you can do to invoke Kali's Ma's energy now, invoke her protection over you now. So let me just find that page. 1 second. Looking at the book, it says, her voice creates and dissolves universes. Her vibration with our souls creates our life path. You have the sacred power of voice. How shall you express it? To call for effective divine assistance in all ways? Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to create. Listen for inner guidance and then set your course in motion. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul. In time, it shall manifest in transformed physical circumstances. Exactly. So treat the spirit, right? Treat the body. That falls right in line with the treat the mind, treat the body when it comes to certain physical ailments. Well, not even certain, all physical ailments. All right. Sometimes people are given a quote unquote death sentence and they survive for decades, okay? There was the miracle man. They told him that he would never walk. Every single bone is crushing his body from a horse riding accident, and the man is still walking, talking, moving to this day, okay? So there is hope in treating the spirit and using your voice to affirm these things. Remember, I mentioned the mantra, right? Remember, I mentioned the mouth being closed, unable to do certain things. But if you call, what is the question? How shall you express the sacred power of voice? Will you use it to call for effective divine assistance in all ways? Every single area of your life, you can call for assistance. You can call for divine inter-engagement. There you go. You can call for divine engagement. So going back to the book, it says the sounds of Sanskrit mantra are said to have been shared by ancient rishis or sages who handed teachings from the higher spiritual planes down to humanity. They did so to help humans deal with the challenges they foresaw and are still as relevant today as they must have been thousands of years ago. There are mantras for different purposes, and the simplest mantras can be very powerful. There are seed sounds or hijas, which are single syllable mantras that evoke certain realities. including the realities or realms of various deities. The Kali Biha is clean. It sounds like cream, Kreem. That's what it sounds like. And you know what? As I'm reading this, I didn't read this part in the book. Literally, I just read the invocation ritual to you all, but I completely forgot about the whole voice thing. And then look, your reading had no sound, and that was insane. There is no reason for your read. I did the shuffle and all the other piles, and when it came to pile 3, no sound whatsoever. That is what is happening to you. Okay, I get it. Your voice is being stifled. Definitely you want to do some throat chakra work. You want to do some throat chakra work and some intuition, some first eye work, because a lot of your words should be coming from inspired divination. So you want to work with your first eye, break through this. This also could mean calcification. There needs to be some decalcifying of your pineal gland. Stop drinking fluoride water. Stop cooking with it. Stop using it in your toothpaste. Cut it out as much as you can. Aluminum, stop using it as much. If you can replace it with parchment paper, you need to start doing that. There's a lot of things that is stifling you and causing certain blockages. But definitely, everyone's reading is different, because remember, sorry, that's baby. Remember, every reading, this is a general reading, so everyone will have a different interpretation. However, for every single one of you who are watching this, the old you is breaking and crumbling down. And it may be a very difficult time for you, because things are being seen in a different light, in a different manner, and it may really cause you, to feel like you're losing yourself, you're losing your soul. But you're not losing your soul. Your soul is becoming free. You're finding it. You're losing this outer shell that you've created for all these years. Your foundation is being shooken up. This is giving me like destruction. When we were redoing our house, we were going to just add on to the existing structure and kind of update it. But no, we wanted something brand new. So we tore it all up, including the foundation. And then once that was destroyed, it was now being able to build on a strong foundation. Okay, so that's giving me something else now. This is what they're giving me. An example. I'm from Miami, and in Miami we have many housing projects, but one of the famous ones is called Pork and Beans. And they've been taking people out of there and have been tearing it up to revamp and do what they want. Okay? Now, this isn't a real story, but imagine someone holding on to the projects, to the Pork and Beans. People have been shot, kidnapped, murdered. There's roaches, spiders, all types of stuff happening out there in Pork and Beans. Okay? They need to get them people out of there and tear it down. But I don't feel they should be putting what they're putting there, but it is what it is. Anyway, it's very low level energy there. Now, this low level energy has caused some people to build a hardened shell around themselves. All right? And now, imagine they're coming in with the wrecking ball. They're telling everyone they have to evacuate. They have to move. They have to go somewhere else. And because it's a public housing project, they'll put you up somewhere else. The government will put you somewhere. All right? So now they're saying, here's a voucher, you're going to go somewhere else. And yeah, it's not where you used to be. But here's this ignorant person who doesn't want to let go of the past, because they were raised in the Pork and Beans. Their mama was raised in the Pork and Beans. Y'all not going to push us out. We're going to hold on to what it is that we have here. I'm going to hold on to my stuff. And they keep going back and they keep throwing them out. And then here's Wrecking Day. Now Wrecking Day comes, and the day before the wrecking ball comes through, they come and they decide, nope, I'm going to sneak into my old apartment. Then the wrecking ball comes in and knocks everything down. And then they are in the wreckage. Everything falls on them. They don't die, but their legs are broke. Now they're calling out for help because they didn't want to let go of the old. That's what's going to happen to you. Okay, you can either be a willing participant and start allowing these things to crumble and fall away from you as you see fit, and then start speaking, affirming things over your life, building a new foundation, so that when the wrecking ball comes through and things are destructed and destroyed, you'll already be set up in your new place. Or you can try to hold on to the new, and it's coming down anyway. You'll be a casualty. There you go. You will become a casualty of the destruction because you are not letting go. Okay? So you got to let go and not be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to do things twice like me. Okay? Having to do this twice. But that's okay. This message is going to be heard in divine timing at a time when you're either going through this energy, and if you're not going through it now at this moment, it's coming quickly. So Kali Ma is letting you know that she's here to help you. Now, the invocation ritual. Here it is. This paragraph here. You can pause it, write it, get a screenshot of it so you can read it, whatever you so choose. Hopefully it's focusing. Okay? I can't really tell. Hopefully it's focusing. I'm going to also read it. Invocation ritual. Be seated or stand comfortably. I'm sorry. This is the paragraph that you should be. Here you go. Be seated or stand comfortably. Allow your awareness to settle on the flow of your breath in and out. Move your jaw around in all directions to loosen tension subconsciously held there. To that end, you may like to massage your head and face lightly. Rub across your neck, throat, and the top of your shoulders to bring awareness and release tension. Wiggle your shoulders. Can you breathe in and exhale more deeply now too? Feel your sense of grounding and connection to the earth, beneath you and to your body. Press your feet into the floor. If you cannot do this physically for any reason, imagine you can do so energetically. Sense how your entire body is connected to the flow of breath. When you're ready, say the following prayer. Beloved Kali Ma Devi, I call upon the light, Kareem, and I call upon your true nature, Kareem. May the light bring peace and may your true nature bring freedom. May there be perfect balance between calming and liberating forces. I lay claim to the creative divine power within me and choose to align myself with the divine feminine power that protects, nurtures, and liberates all beings with perfect wisdom. I trust in you and say your mantra for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Kareem, Kareem, Jama Kali. Finish your hands in prayer. You have completed your ritual of invocation. Beautiful. Okay, so that is what you can do to help invoke this energy, because it may be very, like I said, it's destructive energy, so it may be kind of heavy for you. You can call on Kali Ma for her divine protection to help you during this time. Now, to get a better understanding of where this is going to be happening in your life, I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards. I was pulling 2 and I got my 2 that jumped, but then 1 jumped out afterwards and fell on the floor. So that to me is subconscious energy. That 3rd card, and I'm going to keep it, okay? So the first card is the Tower. Look at that, Tower, which is destruction. The Tower is all about destruction, all about destruction. That's perfect. And this is the Halloween tarot I'm using. So the Halloween tarot is based off the Rider Waite. Here we go. It is based off the Rider Waite. It just has Halloween instances. Okay. So the Tower, the Tower, the 7 of Ghosts in reverse. Okay, here's what it looks like. And ghost energy is cup energy in the tarot. So 7 of Cups, 7 of Ghosts in reverse. And then the subconscious thoughts, which you're unaware of, is the Magician. Perfect. This is so perfect. Okay, so the Tower, major arcana energy. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, this is going to be major aspect of your life. Major aspect of your life. There's a lot of people that will be affected. This could be job, this could be family, this could be friends. Okay, it could be all areas. But definitely a lot of individuals, there's going to be a lot of destruction or things that are moving out of your vortex. Please do not try to hold on to it. If somebody blows up, do not wash it or wave it off as, oh, that's just them, that's just what they do. Don't do that. Okay, don't do it. This 7 of Ghosts is like a wild card. Okay, you know, 7 has the energy of being lucky, right? Like lucky number 7. It can give you like delusions. All right, so when you're looking at this 7 of Ghosts, let's look at the imagery, the symbols that's on the ghosts themselves, right? The 4 that you can actually see. You have the dragon, you have a diamond, then you have a snake, which is like a serpent, then the tower, right? Like a building. Remember I was telling you building, destruction. Not only did you get the tower card, but also one of these ghosts have like the tower imagery on it as well, okay? So looking at this energy, right? This is, masculine energy, or it could be shaking with your confidence. This is energy that could be perceived as being too fleeting or too flighty, not being practical, but you have to stay grounded, right? Remember, like how the invocation ritual for Kali Ma, you have to have both feet on the ground. You have to be grounded. And what you are unaware of is the magic that you possess. You are the magician. You can pull a rabbit out of the hat when it's all said and done. So looking at the future energy from Kali Ma, let's see what it is that she's saying will be the outcome if we just stay the course. And you hear little one, he has something to say too. Sorry about that. All right, this card is Brutara. Perfect. Look at this peace. This is peaceful. This is serene. Okay, so I'm sorry for what it is that you're going to be going through, but you can have peace in your life. It will result in goodness for you. You'll be okay. Okay, Brutara. This is 100% telling me that you're making, if you speak, right, again with this blue, if you say what you got to say it with your chest, mean what you're going to say, you can have peace and serenity, and you deserve to have peace and serenity after all the destruction and disillusionment. I think that you have to also go through this destruction, this breaking down and tearing down, so you can have this peace come to you. All right, you are deserving of it, and you are deserving to have serenity. Serenity keeps popping up in my head as well. Okay, and then just the expansion. I'm pulling from the Black Moon Oracle, the Black Moon Astrology Oracle deck. All right, just for me to get a little bit more expansion, and the card that came out for you was Grand Trine Blessings. Okay, Grand Trine, like the Holy Trinity. Okay, the all of all. Okay, but for that to come out with blessings, and look at that blue, right? More throat chakra, more things. You got to say what you got to say. You got to mean what you got to say. You have to get it off of you, because it's really, really causing you harm. You not speaking up and saying what you got to say is causing you harm, and you don't deserve to be in harm's way, right? You don't deserve to have that self-inflictment. All right, so looking at that card in the book, I'm not going to read exactly from it, but I do want to see the corresponding tarot card. Okay, the corresponding tarot card for the Grand Trine Blessings is Temperance. Okay, about harmony, completion, being in a good place, easy flowing, opportunity. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. Kant Vonnegut. Okay, that has to do with the card. So at the end of it all, it will be magic after everything. And I know it may be hard to see, but give yourself time. I'm feeling like this also, the time frame for everything that's happening for you all is going to be around the end, within the next like 60 days. At the time of me recording this, we're in the new moon energy. The new moon is Scorpio, along with the solar eclipse energy is happening. Kali Ma loves working with the new moon. Try to do this invocation within 3 days of you seeing this video, but I feel like this energy is going to be spread out for the next 60 days. Regardless of when you see this video, but this energy will be spread out within the next 60 days. So be prepared for that, but don't lose hope. Don't lose sight. You will be okay. You'll be blessed. Kali Ma is here to help you. Okay? I love you all. I appreciate you for connecting with me. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.